Today is Tuesday. Well, now it's actually Wednesday, the 31st, January 31st, 2024. I have gone out today, and I took my daughters with me to go DoorDash. I have two daughters, yes. That's what happens is that we went to DoorDash, and we started at about 9, about 8 o'clock, 8:30, and then pretty much from 8:30 to 9, nothing. 9:30 to 10, nothing. 10:30 to 11, nothing. 12:30 to 1, nothing. We went to several locations. We went to locations that's outside of our normal zone. Nothing. Okay, went to Williamsburg. Nothing. We went to Queens and hung out in Queens. Nothing. I decided to do what the customer service told me to do, which is whenever you have the scenario where it doesn't work, you have to reinstall the app. No, reinstall it, but just kind of refresh the app. So I did that several times. Nothing. And so what I've come to the conclusion was I actually went ahead. So just the progression was first I went. We did the pause, and then resume on the dash. Then we did the. Then we did the uh, Then I did shut off the app, and I found a location that was available. So I drove to that location. That was in Williamsburg, from where I am. It's pretty not too far away, but it's not close. So we drove there, and pretty much going there, what happened was I wasn't able to get anything. So it was interesting. There was actually a drawbridge, and the drawbridge was open on and it's a really cool car. This is really cool car. This car is really cool. Wait, it's a spy hunter car. Anyway, so what happens is that we were driving and just had to wait on this on the bridge, and still there was nothing. There was nothing there in Williamsburg. I drove as far as I could in Williamsburg, nothing. And then I continued to drive. I went from Williamsburg, and then I reset my dash, stopped it, started again, nothing. Then I went from there to back to Queens, and I went across, to Jackson Avenue, and Jackson Avenue back into Queens under the 31st Avenue, and drove, nothing. So I drove, and finally I got home because my daughter had used the bathroom, so I decided to drop her off. And then I sat there and I decided, what am I going to do? So I installed Grubhub, and then I installed Uber Eats, and I installed Instacart onto it now. And I said to myself, I'm just going to keep trying to do different things. So I'm going to do what I can and see how I can take care of my family, because, this is I've been doing so many things this week. Like I did an art program, right? And I have an art gallery. And I have an art gallery, but I went to an art gallery, and I was able to be featured there to do some of my artwork and stuff. And as I was going there, pretty much, no one showed up. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, we're trying what we can. We're doing the best we can just to try and make ends meet. But for the most part, though, I went out today full well knowing I'm going to go ahead and dash, because, if you don't dash, if there's no bread to get, you can't get the bread if there's no bread to get, right? Anyway, so I said, that's it. To heck with it. I'm gonna uninstall the app. So I went ahead, I uninstalled the app. I just got rid of the DoorDash app, and I said, I'm gonna uninstall it. And pretty much, I can't just keep trying to do this, keep trying to keep going and doing DoorDash here in New York City with all the benefits. They talk about the benefits of having the $30 an hour thing when you have active hours, but when you don't have any active hours, you don't get any benefits. So you just can't dash, you can't make any money if there's no money to be made. So that's where it's kind of like really kind of defeated. This is the third time that I've had 0 day. I had a 0 day of dashing, and I really put it in there for that. So I don't know what to do. If you guys have any ideas what to do, pretty much So I did install Instacart, and I did install Uber Eats, and I did install pretty much I'm gonna install TaskRabbit and stuff too. We have Fiverr, and we have all these other things. So I have Patreon and all these different things as well. And it's just like, it's one of those things, like, is it the algorithm? Is it the machine? What is it is it causing, I don't know what it is. But for the most part, though, I don't know, just, drop me a line. Let me know what you guys think about this, because it's like, I've been trying everything, and I really have tried, and it's really it is demoralizing, because you go out there and you expect to work, and you give time that you never have again, I really go out there and I really give my best to, help my family and do what I'm supposed to do. I mean, long story short, I used to work like in retail. I did a retail work, and I did that. And I did it very well. I had a very good job at retail, and then the whole pandemic thing happened, and so it really went crazy. But for the most part, though, I enjoyed working. I worked at a hardware store, and I was like pretty much the hardware store you guys know about. But it's for the most part, though, when I started doing this DoorDash stuff, it was like it had such a wonderful thing in terms of like you can go out, and they would ask you when you started, like, is your battery charged? Do you have your red bag? Is there gas in the vehicle? And they would ask you those questions, and that was really cool because when they first started, they really kind of. But now it's become so saturated that you can go out. I went out. This is the third time this week, right? Well, I mean, last week I went out several times, because I went out last week, Tuesday, and there was like no connection. There was no more being able to do any more any dashing, because what happened was, I don't know, I just went out there and just waited. I went to the hot spots. I went to my favorite spots. I sat there, waited for so many delivery orders. And you know what's weird? There's nobody out here either. I mean, you don't see people delivering food. So it's kind of like, I don't know if they're trying to destroy the entire system or something, because I don't even see anybody delivering food. I went by the McDonald's. I went by the McDonald's and stuff that would normally have a lot of people. There wasn't any. I went by all the different places, and just seeing stuff, and and I didn't see anything. So I made the chat live. So if you guys want to say something, please definitely. But for the most part, though, I live here in New York, in Queens, and one of the things is that it's just there was no activity. There's no other drivers that I could see, no other bikers even. Right now it's snowing, right? It's snowing, and when it snows, it's actually one of those times, the best time to do some driving. But I don't understand it. So I don't know. Definitely, if you guys have any ideas or anything like that, give me like an idea what I should do, because I contacted customer service. I told them the situation. They told me to refresh my browser, refresh the app, pause the app, all these things, and then it's nothing, right? So the other day I had just two. Yesterday I had two orders, right? And it took 3 hours to get 2 orders. So it's kind of one of those things where, listen, I'm not trying to complain. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know that this is one of those scenarios where, as an individual, you just can't sit for like 4 or 5 hours and not do something. I mean, it's like, not like you're working on, I could work on other stuff. I could work on my art. I could make my creatures and stuff like that with a masking tape. But it's like, honestly, and very seriously, if you're going out there and you're not getting the opportunities to do the dashing, and you can't schedule, you can't plan, you can't make things better for yourself, And so it's like one of those things where I'm just like, hey honey, and so what happens is like, I just see that there's an opportunity to, try something different. So I'm pretty much at my wit's end, because, sometimes you just gotta just trust God, And that's really what it is. Comes down to just trusting God. Because it's like, if you just look at a situation, sometimes it looks like impossible. Like you can't pass, you can't figure out a way. And we tried. We were sad. We said that we wanted to do something more, and it's not working like how we planned. But then that's how it kind of usually works out, right? When you're kind of like at your wit's end and you come to the end of this situation, you have nothing left to do, then God opens up a door for you that you didn't know was going to happen. And so because of that, I don't know. I'm just thinking that, what would you do in a situation like this? Would you continue to work and trying to do the gig apps and stuff, knowing that New York City has changed the algorithm and made it different? So now it's like you don't have it where you're just like, you just can't go out there and drive. Maybe I have to just go during the daytime. There might have to be something there. I just have to go out during the day. Because, the whole reason why I started doing this gig work was because of the flexibility of it all. Being able to have the flexibility to just say, I want to go out this time, and then I get to spend time with my wife and my children, and get to work on some of the other art stuff that I do, the masking tape and just making the creatures and the commission work there. But what seems to happen is like, you go out, like I've gone out these last couple days. Like today, for example, I gone out, I left around pretty much 8 o'clock, and now it's almost like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's 0 orders. That's a long time. And especially in a city so packed as New York, you'd think you'd have all these opportunities. And I've gone to the hot spots and waited. So I don't know. It could be just the season. It could be the fact that it's the end of the month. That's another thought I thought about too. It's the end of the month, and pretty much people have, what do you call that thing? That thing with regarding a rent. You have rent, a rent payments, and they have all their bills come due because now it's going to be tomorrow's going to be February 1st, and so I figured maybe people they want to buy stuff because now they're at the point where it's just like they have to pay for all their bills. So if that's the case, then no one's ordering food, and maybe the prices have gone up. Maybe the prices have gone up to the point where nobody's willing to spend, which is I understand because you see one of the things that we see when DoorDash and them lose when they fight legislation is the drivers who win, but when they win it's the drivers who lose because they say there's some kind of a war goes on between the drivers and the people who are ordering food as well as those who are delivering food, because they say that we who are delivering the food we're sad when people don't tip, right? But the reason why we're sad is because the people that are paying for the food are paying extra money for their food. So because they're doing all that, right, you have this scenario where they're paying extra, and in a sense the company's not losing anything for this, So it's like one of those things that people talk about, like maybe we should unionize and all that stuff. And then I don't know, we're gig workers. We're supposed to be independent contractors, and as independent contractors, we take care of things like our own car and our own fuel and our own fuel, our own car, our maintenance, our insurance, our registration, all these different things, So now it's like, so when I look at this, I've got today, just taking my family out there, and we went there to different places, nothing. So if you have nothing going to different places, you're not sure what to do. So you don't want to waste your gasoline. It's just sitting there, and it's also very cold. It's cold, because it's like 26 degrees or something right now. So it's very cold, but it's snowing, so it's a little bit warmer than freezing. So that's not too bad, but it's like, it is cold. I'm freezing. I'm wearing my gloves right now. I was gonna hold the phone in my hand and do that, like get more, that. Oh, let's see if I can do it real quick. I'll show you my little creature here. This is the one I always like. What I do, pretty sure it's one of my creatures, right? I say he's wearing his armor, but on the back it says, get that bread, and get that bread. But you can't get that bread if there's no bread to get, So, but this is one of my creatures. So I'm gonna show you another one too. This one's a little bit better. This is my Diplocolus hammerhead salamander. You can't really. Here's one here. This is the one. This is one I always kind of like. I don't know. I take pictures with it when I deliver the food. Anyway, so that's one of the things. But for the most part, though, like I said before, make sure you don't drop anything in the street. You can't say get that bread if there's no bread to get. So I don't know. I might just be like making a declaration. I might have to be like, okay, no, I'm gonna have to stop this DoorDash for a while and wait for warmer weather, or wait for after the end of the month. Or if you guys have any ideas, just let me know what you think, because I'm at the point where I'm just like, what, hang this thing. I'm gonna go do something else because time is precious. I'm not getting this time back. I spend time with my family, and though it's great, it's one of those things where I am really trying. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm giving it my best effort. I believe in this stuff. I believe in doing it. And I keep myself ready for the next opportunity. I have my wife backing me too, so she believes in me. I got my kids with me on it. Also, I'm willing to do it, and I'm not like trying to be lazy about nothing. But for the most part, though, it's like if they have no orders, you have no money. So that's one of those things. If you have no orders, you got no money. So definitely, please keep us in prayer about that, because I'm at the point where I'm just saying, okay, what? I'm not going to waste time doing DoorDash if it's not going to give me at least one order, right? This is the third one, third day, 0 order, and I'm just like, I'm going to go and work on other stuff, So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll work on putting together a video or something. And definitely, guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. And, that will really help me out there, And, let me know tell me your thoughts about what I should do, because it's like, I'm a creative person. I like doing creative stuff. But I just need, and I thank God for this opportunity. It's an opportunity to be tested, I guess, But I tend to see that my thing is, I'm usually super patient and willing to endure, And the Bible talks about being a good soldier and enduring hardship. But sometimes it's like, I've gotten in so many trouble just waiting too long, thinking that it's going to work out, and I should have acted, Like, even tonight I missed a parking spot because I was like, well, maybe I'll get the next one or something. And I missed that parking spot. I got another one, but that parked like so many blocks away, so so far away. But my point I'm saying is like, I just finished walking up a hill, so I'm like, you know. Anyways, this is my daily exercise. Sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, so long story. One of the things is that I was just saying that, definitely just keep us in prayer because, it's New York City, and a lot of things have been happening here in New York, lately. Anyway, so that's what's up, and that's what's up, So I'm just like trying my best to, figure out what's next step in life. Okay, so then definitely just want to let you know, guys, that's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and put more stuff up. So just going to go ahead and make like a longer video for you that I could actually just kind of expound on some of the things and show you more pictures. And this is just wanted to go live and just talk with you about that. So definitely thank you all so much, for just like listening to me, pretty much rant about my situation and So anyway, so I'm almost home now, so I just wanted to just let you know that everything is well in terms of like, we're healthy, and we thank God for life, and my kids are doing good, and, and then, pretty much our lizard's doing good too, and the art program we're just kind of like having more opportunities, but, things take time, and, sometimes instant money when you do like a gig work and stuff like that is really helpful when you have bills that are coming due, because, it's also the first month for us as well. So let's definitely just thank you all so much, for that. If you could like and subscribe, that would be great. And then if you could just say any comments and stuff too, that'd also be great too. Can definitely help me out with figuring out stuff I need to do. Anyway, so I'm pretty much home now, and so I just want to say thank you so much for watching my show, and God bless you. Okay, so be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. Don't let the situation get you down, and I'm definitely trying my best not to let it get me down. Okay, so all right, so God bless you all. All right, so peace and God bless. Thank you so much.